Now, reptile care is always evolving, whether that be from new information, new studies being done, or just people at home trying something different. And as hobbyists, I believe it's our job not to just stick with what the bare minimum is, but always shoot for how we can do better for the animal. So in this video, we are going to be going over 3 ways you can really take that crested gecko care to the next level. Let's check it out. And real quick, before we get this video started, if you guys like free stuff, you want to be in a giveaway, I am doing a huge giveaway announcement at the end of the video. Make sure to stick around. Let's get this thing started. First up on the list, we are going to be talking about the enclosure size. Something that has always bothered me about crested gecko care, guys, are a lot of them are outdated. Doing a quick Google search, you can see that the minimum requirements as far as an adult goes is stated as a 12 by 12 by 18. And for me, I never liked that. I mean, 12 by 12 by 18 for an animal that grows somewhere around 6 inches just really isn't enough space. I mean, he's kind of just hopping one way or another. It's pretty narrow, it's not very big, and honestly, I think we can do better. Personally, for most of my animals, I'm using things like 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterras, or just the equivalent dimensions as far as tubs go. Even then, with these dimensions, you know, I find them just to be a little small. They can't really explore too much, which is why I think if you want to take your gecko care to the next level, you're going to want to get something like the ZoomEd Skyscraper, an 18 by 18 by 36, or even one of the AP cages is 2 by 2 by 3s. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking, you know, if you're only watching your gecko during the day, you know, it kind of just sleeps in one spot, and providing such a massive amount of space for something that seems like a small, you know, 5 to 6 inch gecko really wouldn't make much sense. However, if any of you guys have shut off the lights in your reptile rooms and then took a peek an hour or 2 later, you'll see that these guys explore a lot. Now, I have days where, you know, the reptile room is off for the night, but I'm staying up a little late, and I can hear, you know, pretty much every 5 minutes is a gecko belly hitting the glass while they're bouncing around and exploring. I mean, these guys at night are up and on the move. And with how active they are during that time, just providing that extra half foot, that extra foot of height, of width, of depth, it would mean the world to them, and they would be just a lot better off, you know, exploring more of that space. But with all that extra space comes, well, things that need to be filled by that space, which brings us to our next topic, number 2, planted vivariums. Now, yes, you can just put some cocoa fiber in there, get the plant that looks like a wee plant that we all get at the Petco, put a cork tube, and then call it a day. But hey, this isn't a video on how to do the bare minimum for a crested gecko. No, this is how to take it to the next level, and with that comes a little extra work. But honestly, the work that it takes to set up a planted vivarium or a bioactive vivarium just makes it so much worth it. I mean, going from one of those, you know, dull looking, you know, fake plant, like I said, low branch, you know, just the bare minimum you can do, to this amazing, beautiful planted enclosure, it's just a night and day difference, and it looks amazing. And planted vivariums are not only aesthetically pleasing, but it's also going to come with its own benefits. Not only does the animal have, you know, just that branch or fake plant to climb on, but it also has these live plants that it can explore onto. Having some problem with your humidity, with that dusty cocoa fiber retaining moisture? Not anymore, because these plants are going to boost your humidity a lot. And then, of course, you know, the most important thing, it looks better. I mean, you can't tell me going from enclosure that, you know, looks something like this, just a simple little setup, to a nice little vivarium like this. I mean, it's just the clear winner of who looks better. Looks better, benefits your animal, benefits the care. It is just a knockout that planted or bioactive vivariums are the best you can do for your animal. Now, of course, when it comes to planted or bioactive vivariums, it can be a little difficult and a little overwhelming. I do have a playlist. I'll probably try to link it right there, or maybe I'm just gonna link a bunch of videos because I don't know how to do playlists yet. But it has all the information there. You got your 3 reasons before making it bioactive, really just a 101 class of what bioactive vivariums are, and then a step-by-step guide on how to create your own very basic bioactive enclosure. Real quick, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you could do me a huge favor and go to that lower left-hand corner, hit that like button for me. Not subscribed already? I make good videos, fun stuff, lots of animals. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Thank you so much. Moving on. And then going into our last topic, you've probably guessed it already, it's pretty controversial. Let's get into it. Number 3, using UVB for crested geckos. A lot of people argue that crested geckos shouldn't be given UVB just because of the fact that it's not beneficial and they're a nocturnal animal, so they have no need for the UVB, they wouldn't get it in the wild, it's not needed. However, for anyone saying that, crested geckos are nocturnal, that's not right. Crested geckos are actually crepuscular. I think I said that right. I'm getting a little difficult with that name. It's a tongue twister. But a crested gecko is crepuscular, which means they are most active during dawn and during dusk. Now, what's out during the time of dawn and dusk? Well, it means the sun is just rising or the sun is just setting, which means UVB is being exposed. If they're getting exposed to it in the wild, why should we not expose it to them in captivity? Yes, while it's not detrimental in any way that we can physically see of crested geckos being, withheld from UVB, the Crested Gecko diet of Pangea, Rapace, some of the more reputable brands, create a full completed formula that has all the D3 the animal will need, and really, we haven't really seen any ill effects from not providing UVB. However, we have seen some anecdotal benefits from using it. I have seen people that provide it, I provided myself, where I can see the Crested Gecko coming out and basking in the UVB, getting closer to the bowl so they can be more exposed to the UVB rays. So yes, you could do the bare minimum, not provide it, no really ill effects will happen, maybe not, nothing that we've seen anyway, or you could really take it, like we said, the next level and provide that UVB for your animal. There's no harm in providing it for the animal, as long as you're not using too high, anything. I wouldn't do anything like the Arcadia 1412s or even like the Zoomed 10.0s. You're gonna want something a little less UVB, more of the tropics, because UVB rays during the canopy, they get a little filtered through, so the UVB rays isn't as strong as the crested geckos are getting in the wild. Therefore, you should use a pretty little lighter UVB tube. There we go. Personally, for me, I'm providing UVB for all of my female breeders. I've noticed them basking into it. My clutches are looking great this year. The eggs are looking great, having no issue. So yeah, using UVB for crested geckos, I think you should do it. And there you have it, guys. If you're following all three of these things, then you have a crested gecko that could have been something like a 12 by 12 by 18, really simple cocoa fibers, some fake plants in there, going into that into a Zoomed skyscraper fully planted with UVB. That gecko is going to be so much happier. But now it's your turn. Leave me a comment in the comment section on one thing you think we should do to take that crested gecko care to the next level. Yes, before we get to the outro, of course, I have that big announcement. We are doing a huge giveaway. We are going to be giving away 3 of my t-shirts. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be a big announcement on it on Saturday at noon. I'm going to be doing a live stream. So make sure you come back to the channel, check it out Saturday at noon if you want to win a cool t-shirt. And as always, if you like the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of my animals or my breeding projects, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, DBCB Exotic. Wait, what's this? There's an added thing? I'm on TikTok again. I've been on TikTok for a while, but I forgot about it. But I'm actually pushing it pretty hard. So if these videos, they're kind of long, 10 to 12 minutes, maybe you don't want to watch it, you just want to watch a cool 15-second video of some of my animals, check me out at TikTok, DBCB Exotics. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.